People you'll see on set. It takes a lot of people to produce a film, television show, or commercial. But make no mistake, everyone there is there to make money. The crew has to apply for the job just like the talent. Here are some of the people you may see on set. The producer, the director, the first assistant to the director, the second assistant to the director, the production assistants, hair and makeup, wardrobe, crafty. They all have to apply or submit and get hired by the production company. And when you do this job long enough, just like any other job, when you come to work, you'll begin to see the same people over and over and over again. Different projects, but the same people. Understand that everyone is there to get paid. They may enjoy what they do or they may not. But either way, they are there because they have a job to do. All of these people work really hard and really long hours. 12-hour days are typical. So be nice to them. You don't have to suck up, but just get to know them. They are just people just like you and I. Some have dreams and goals to be a big film producer, and some may already be one. But in order for them to do that, they need talent to get the right shot and to make the project successful. And that's what they want, the right shot and a successful project. When you're on set, pay attention to who's behind the camera. And if you see them at lunch, make eye contact with them and smile. All of these people are considered part of the crew, and they eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, or whatever's being served before the extras eat. I've been on some sets where the extras didn't get anything for breakfast, and most times the spread will be completely different for the crew than it will be for the extras. They will have a separate room and separate tables. Anyway, I digress. Back to who you'll meet on set. First, we'll talk about the roles for each crew member. Then later, we'll talk about the various interactions that you might have with them. Producer. A film producer heads up the production and is the captain of the ship, so to speak. He or she is the project leader and is responsible for managing every aspect of the film, television show, or commercial, including financing. Sometimes they work for big production companies like Paramount or Lionsgate, or they work independently. Director. A film director instructs the cast and crew on the creative aspects of the film. He or she has a creative view on how the film, the show, or the commercial should be shot, and guides the cast and crew in alignment with his or her artistic vision. Sometimes, especially in independent films, the producer and the director are one and the same. Director of Photography. The director of photography, also known as the DP or the cinematographer, is responsible for all the camera work. He or she is the head of the camera and lighting crews. The DP answers to the director and is responsible for getting the correct lighting and camera shots that the director wants. Sound technician, also known as the boom operator. This person operates the recording equipment and is responsible for all things sound on the production. Production assistant. The production assistant is sometimes in charge of extras. They also can sign you in and sign you out. They do whatever needs to be done to facilitate the production. Grip. A grip is part of the production team that develops and builds the set for a movie, commercial, or television show. Grips work primarily on the equipment that supports the cameras and on lighting. Wardrobe and hair and makeup, also known as HMU. The wardrobe department's job is to clothe you in whatever fits the character based on whatever makes the scene look more realistic. They are also known as wardrobe stylists and sometimes as costume designers. They follow and make their creative decisions based on the director's instructions or notes. And sometimes you get to keep the clothes that you use in a shoot. And the hair and makeup artist, their job is to do your hair and makeup so that you look good on set. First AD. The acronym AD means assistant to the director. Some productions have two assistants to the director, first and second. The first AD is the director's primary assistant. He or she oversees the rest of the cast and crew. They create the shooting schedule in pre-production and make sure that the set is safe and on schedule. Basically, they handle the overall practicalities of the production so that the director can focus on the creative aspects of the production. Second AD. The second AD handles all of the paperwork and is sometimes in charge of extras or background. Sometimes the second AD will take pictures of you with your name and they will make sure that all the contracts are signed. If there's not a second AD, then the PA will do this. Craft or crafty. These people are caterers that feed the cast and crew. They usually have tables set up for the entire shoot so that if the crew gets hungry, they can eat. This is called the craft table or just craft. Depending on the production, they will also have aspirin, gum, coffee, and things like that. There is a general hierarchy on set. Cast and crew eat first, then after they pass through the line, then extras or background can eat. Depending on the production, the cast and crew may have a separate craft than the extras and background. Sometimes they have separate breakfast and lunch menus. And the extras may or may not get breakfast at all. It just depends. That's usually not the case, and sometimes there's no craft distinction. It just depends on the production. Crew members from the art department, also known as props or the art director, are people who give you things to make your character seem more realistic. For example, they may come by and give you a cup, headphones, pom-poms, a bag of popcorn, an umbrella, a scarf, a shopping bag, a fake gun, food, champagne, a platter, or whatever will make your character seem more realistic. Do not eat the prop food. It's nasty. It's been sitting out for hours, maybe even days. At the very least, people will laugh at you. Truth be known, I made the mistake once. Don't tell anyone. Art directors may also find unusual things that add a creative touch for the film that may only be on the edges or the fringes and may not even be in the frame. But still, they are very important because those items add flavor to the story and supply input for the actors to pull from for their performance. You can take a note from that. Look around and let the environment inform your performance. Celebrities. If you're standing next to a celebrity, it's fine to say hello. And if they seem amenable, you can have a little small talk. Remember, they're just human beings. But sometimes the ADs, PAs, or the call sheet will scare you to death with bold letter threats. But sometimes the ADs, PAs, or the call sheet will scare you to death with bold letter threats like, don't talk to the celebrities. Do not approach them. Do not stare at them. Do not cough or sneeze. If you do, we will kick you off the set and set your house on fire. Well, not the latter. But man, they really scare you. That's what happened to me the first time I was on a movie set. I was a background talent. We had been on set for a while. Then the AD said back to one, which means go back to your first position. So I was walking towards my first position. I looked up and the celebrity was standing in my first position and looked me straight in the eye. I just put my head down and kept walking. I guess he wanted to introduce himself or something. But when I was nearing my first position, I was so scared and petrified based on all of those threats, I just pivoted and turned around. Let's just say that probably wasn't the best thing to do. I share it with you so you know that it's okay to talk to celebrities if they're amenable to it. If they come up to you or they're near you, it's fine to say hello. But I'm just relaying this story because this is a true story that happens many times on sets where the ads and the producers or the cast sheet call sheet will say, don't talk to the celebrities. Just know that you can talk to them. They're just people, just like you and me. Location scouts. Location scouts look for places that would be great to use for filming a scene in a movie, commercial, or TV show. It could be a house, a coffee shop, a hospital room, whatever. Whatever makes the scene work. Other talent. On set, you will also see other talent such as background actors, stand ins, stunt performers, celebrities, parts models, and principals. I've only selected a few, but as you can see, there are many different careers that one can go into in the entertainment business.